Hello and welcome to Cadiz. This is Dresden's Tale, episode 26. I'm your guide, Lewis Nichols, and this is season 2, covering volume 2 of Dresden's Tale. It's a freestanding book, a novelette, if you will. It will be available on Amazon, just like volume 1. And just like season 1, the experience you get from this channel versus reading the story is going to be a little bit different. Some things will be thrown in, some things will be taken out. The overall story is going to be the same, but if you're like me and you love this story, go both ways because you're going to get the full experience by reading and by listening. So how is everybody out there in the future? Have the mutant strands of COVID won the day, or are the vaccinations winning out? No, don't tell me. Adventure is by definition a series of surprises. I'm kicking off my recording schedule for the second season. At the same time, I'm recording weekly episodes of Nuts and Bolts and as many shorts as I can fit in. As of now, if I'm still on schedule, you should be hearing this in about August. Now, we have some low expectations today. Our main goal is to cover the prologue of the second book. That gives us a few minutes to talk about the season as a whole. In season 1, we slogged through the difficult task of introducing you to the story, the world, the setting, the physics, and a pat to the back of everyone who survived it. I appreciate very much that you took that journey with me. And now we're ready to start volume 2. We met the noob warrior last season at the very first stages of his career as a warrior in the Stone Clan. This year, this season, this winter for Dresden, it's a little bit of a love story. But don't bail out on me. We're also going to meet 2 of the great villains of the saga. I'm not going to put out any spoilers, but these baddies are going to be a thorn in Dresden's side for quite some time to come. We're going to meet some new people. We're going to watch a few of them die. In keeping with season 1, some will just fade out of the story, leaving you to wonder why we met them at all. The reason is simple, really. We are telling the tale of Dresden's life, and sometimes in life, people move on. Circumstances change. Acquaintances and even friends come and go. That's what you sign up for when you don your gear and let me take you down the long meandering road of Dresden's Tale. I'll tell you this though, we're also going to have some people back from season 1 because it's not always gloom and doom, despite what Dresden thinks. Sometimes those friends that wander away, they come back just as quickly. Well, usually not the dead ones, but this is a fantasy world, so I'm not going to make any promises. Now, enough of this teaser. Let's begin Volume 2, as we did Volume 1, at the theater. A wave of laughter swept through the crowd of spectators in response to the actors dashing and dancing across the stage. Men pushed costumed figures around on carts to exaggerate their size as they chased an armored hero who in turn raced after a woman made up to play the part of a Hulk named Moretta. She was the central character of the play, Moretta, portraying an alliance between corrupt guardsmen and howl lords. Bigger than an ogre, smaller than a mungo, the Hulk spun and leapt across the stage in full costume. The actress's wig made her hair long and dreamy. Her cheeks were flushed with color, and pillows served to amplify her chest. It was a popular production at the theaters of the Stone Clan. The man in armor, Nodge, the unbelievable quester, was supposed to be based on an ancestor of one of the clan's founders. It reminded the dwarven warlock that no matter how insane a situation might be, devotion to duty always was important. There was another lesson as well. The play ended. with a lustful kiss between warrior and Hulk. He swept her off her feet, no matter that the mask nearly came off in the process. He took her off stage to a thumping of a suggestive drumbeat. The closing act, a speaker from the Temple of Balis, came out to deliver his diatribe. As he spoke on casual matters of faith, the previous actors tossed off their clothing piece by piece, throwing them back onto the stage, while feigning, or perhaps not, the sounds of lovemaking. "Are you done?" The priest turned back. "Yes." "Are you sure?" "Yes." "Very well," the speaker turned back. "Now, kind citizens." "Oh, yes." All in good fun, the man turned and gave a bow to the warrior and the Hulk before returning to his message. Dresden absorbed the man's words and warnings. "One might trust in steel and spell, but only the gods can see to the immortality of the soul. So take pleasure where and when you can, for everyone's invitations to the Citadel of Shades may always be just around the next curve in the road." That was the second lesson. The crowd cleared. He rose to leave, grabbing up breads and meats offered on a table near the entrance. One last treat to enjoy from the fall long vacay. The long holiday celebrated a grouping of high holy days. Orlok, Samtha, and finally Cloyce all had their most revered days within a week and a half of each other. The clans added other events in between to make the middle of Erhard the end of summer celebration. Now he had nothing left to look forward to. Nothing but labor, learning, and isolation. He fell asleep remembering old friends and past accomplishments, likely never to be matched again. So there you go. That's our soft re-entry into the story. Of course, for you, this is probably just a few weeks after the last chapter, but for me, it's the beginning of a whole new recording season. As usual, we have all the stuff to do. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Would appreciate it very much. Would love to hear from you in the comments. While this is pre-recorded well in advance, keep in mind that Nuts and Bolts and the 1-minute episodes, the shorts, are recorded more or less in real time. So I would love to interact with y'all there, address any concerns. I will, of course, also respond in the comments. My Twitter feed is also the best place to find station updates. I'll try to post how things are going there, what you might be expecting in upcoming episodes or surprises, do little teasers, that kind of thing. When I get closer to 1,000 subscribers, I'll start worrying a little bit more about Patreon. I'm going to try to build up a little bit more of a base. With any luck, that's happened. But, we'll see how things go. I'm committed to pushing this project forward for quite some time, even if it doesn't take off in popularity. If it does, all the better. What's important to me is that you're here to share this tale with me, to follow the adventures of Dresden Fane. So until next time, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day.